Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When was the last time someone praised you and you didn't question it? Not because it was earned, not because it was precise, but because it felt good. Because flattery doesn't arrive as danger. It doesn't knock loudly. It doesn't announce itself. It whispers. And that whisper sounds like recognition, like appreciation, like finally being seen. That's why flattery works, and that's why intelligent people fall for it more than they care to admit. Because the smarter you are, the more you believe you deserve it. Today's episode is about one of the oldest stories ever told, The Fox and the Crow. A children's fable on the surface, a psychological warning underneath. Because this story isn't about animals, it's about ego, hunger and leverage. And by the end of this episode, you won't just recognise flattery when it's used on you, you'll understand why it bypasses intelligence, why it feels like truth, and why it almost always asks for payment. A crow sits high in a tree, above the noise, above the chaos, in her beak a piece of cheese. She didn't steal it, she didn't fight for it, she simply has it. Enter the fox. The fox sees the cheese and wants it. But here's the detail most people rush past. The fox does not rush. He does not jump. He does not threaten. He does not demand. He looks up and studies her. And then he speaks, not to the cheese, to her. He praises her feathers, her elegance, her presence, and then carefully he plants the idea. If only your voice matched your appearance, he says, you'd be surely the queen of all birds. Notice what he does. He doesn't say she is a queen. He says she could be. And that's where the trap closes. The crow feels something stir, not hunger, not fear, but identity. She opens her beak to sing, the cheese falls, the fox eats, and only then does he tell the truth. Flatterers thrive on those who listen to them, and then he leaves. Most people think the crow lost the cheese. She didn't. She lost agency. She surrendered control of that moment. Because nothing was taken from her, she gave. That's the first hard lesson. Manipulation doesn't steal, it creates a choice that feels voluntary. The fox never forced. He framed a version of herself she wanted to live up to, and the moment she tried to prove it, she lost what she already had. The cheese wasn't valuable, her self-possession was. Flattery doesn't attack logic, it bypasses it. It doesn't argue with you, it aligns with you. Flattery says, I see you the way you want to be seen. And the human mind is wired to lean towards mirrors that flatter. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You fall for flattery when it confirms something unfinished in you. The crow didn't open her beak because she was foolish. She opened it because she wanted confirmation. Validation. And that desire to be admired, validated, elevated is not weakness, it's human. But unexamined, it's exploitable. And this is where the story gets darker. The fox never lied. He exaggerated, he implied, he framed. But he never said anything concrete. That's the hallmark of sophisticated manipulation. Manipulators don't give you facts, they give you emotional direction. They speak to who you might be. Because possibility is more intoxicating than truth. The fox wasn't interested in the crow's voice, he was interested in her reaction time. How quickly she'd trade reality for approval. The fox didn't disappear, he learned to wear suits. Use charm, speak softly. Today the fox is the person who praises you just before asking for loyalty. The manager who inflates your ego to increase output. The partner who idealizes you to establish control. The friend who compliments you before extracting value. Flattery is rarely about you, it's about access. And the crow is anyone who needs recognition to feel solid, confuses praise with respect, mistakes attention for alignment. This is why flattery dominates marketing, politics, seduction, power hierarchies, because it works before reason wakes up. The crow didn't fail because she sang. She failed because she outsourced her self-worth. The moment someone else became the judge of her value, she became vulnerable. This is the deepest inversion of the story. Anyone who needs your approval can be manipulated. Anyone whose approval you need can manipulate you. Flattery only works where there is hunger, and hunger is rarely about ego alone. It's about unfinished self-trust. So here's how to protect yourself, not with cynicism but clarity. Notice timing. Praise that arrives before a request is information. Notice texture. Real admiration is detailed. Flattery is vague. Notice urgency. If praise makes you feel compelled, pause. Notice dependence. The less you need validation, the harder you are to steer. The fox wasn't brilliant. The crow was just unguarded. The fox didn't win because he was cruel. He won because he understood something eternal. People don't give away what they value. They give away what they want others to value about them. So ask yourself honestly, what compliment would disarm you? What praise would make you lower your guard? What part of you still waits to be seen? Because that's where the fox will speak. The story ends with the fox walking away. But the real ending is quieter. It's the crow, alone in the tree, finally understanding that admiration without cost is almost never free. This is the fox and the crow, and once you understand it, you stop losing cheese you never needed to give away.